going on, YouTube? We back in the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn Niles YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key, and we back with another TV show review, and we back with WUTANG and American Saga, season 2, episode 10, as high as WUTANG can get, the season finale. This is the last episode for season 2, man, and we pretty much diving into WUTANG, going into what they're doing as far as after they make the deal with Loud Records. They're in the production stages of making their first music video for Protect Your Neck. Protect Your Neck. And throughout this process, and this is, I like the way this was filmed. It's in the black and white because you know the first, what's the name, WUTANG video, whatever. And just going throughout all of them trying to get themselves together as far as the video shoot go or whatnot. Another thing with this episode is we start to see we get to see transitions. People transitioning into certain levels, transitioning up. Everybody pretty much transitioning it up. I want to speak on Power. He goes back to his mom's store, his pop store or whatnot. And at first, he pretty much got that same vibe he getting from his pops. Of course, a mama and a son, you ain't gonna never stop that. That type of love. You ain't gonna stop a mama and a son. A son to their mom is always gonna be their baby. But Pops is still looking at Power as if he's still a drug dealer or whatnot. Of course, he's trying to do the whole thing with the clothing line or whatnot. And I'm gonna get back to this scene, but I really like how this scene plays out, and I like how this scene goes as far as Power. You know, this is like I said about the transition, and this is Power transitioning, but his father don't see it yet. But this episode is pretty much going pretty much based on them and they new deal or whatnot, because we go into the whole thing about separate solo deals or whatnot, particular Method Man and Old Dirty Bastard, and that's dealing with Def Jam. So we get this situation with RZA pretty much making a decision for just making a decision because he's pretty much been the one having been the movement, pretty much being the one behind everything as far as, you know, he run them the contracts or whatnot. So I don't want to give nothing away or whatnot, but he makes a decision, a business decision in this episode. And honestly, it's not a bad business decision. It's just the way he goes about handling it and doing it. He has the right heart. He's coming from the heart. He's trying to do it the way he feels like will be the right way for a certain individual, but the way he went about it, it just really it wasn't the way he should have went about it. But I understood it. I understood absolutely what he was trying to do. Other than that, though, you do see everybody pretty much, I ain't gonna say reaping the benefits because they ain't even put out the album yet. But you see everybody transitioning into the mode of knowing that they got these deals. People are recognizing them, knowing their music or whatnot. You see RAEKWON talking to his mama, letting her know that one day he's going to have his own solo deal or whatnot. You see the situation. Yo, my band, You God is off the chain. You know You God got arrested on the last episode, but he ends up, spoiler, he gets through a situation, but the way he trying to go through this situation, because they got something going on as far as a performance they trying to do. And the performance is in Atlanta. And You God just got out of jail, and I'm not gonna get nothing away, but the way he tried to go about it, man, I love this. I love this scene. I did. Shout out to the dude playing You God. I can't got the actor's name right now, but he definitely killing it, man. But person I really want to talk about in this episode in particular is Old Dirty Bastard, man. The dude playing Old Dirty Bastard, he really pulled it up a notch in this episode, man. And I really love the exchange between him and RZA in this episode. You're going to know what I'm talking about when you see it. I love that exchange between them. I love that acting between both of them. He killing it. He killed it last season. He really went above and beyond this season. And I'm at a point damn near like, depending on how this goes, y'all going to do a spinoff with just ODB. I'm just saying, I'm telling you, that's how good this last episode was really a point for him, man. I'm telling you, dude playing him, they need to do some type of Emmy nomination, some type of award, especially for everybody really in the world. I mean, I'm talking about Method Man. Oh, Davies playing Method Man, the dude, GZA dude playing Jizza, even Inspector Deck. I know we had Joey Badass last season playing Inspector Deck, but the dude they got playing him, he ain't miss a beat. He right there on it. The chemistry between the actors, he's playing the Wu-Tang crew. You see that chemistry, man, it's good. Devon, like I said, man, I'm loving their vibe as far as him and RZA, the way things are planning out and the way they had to go through things. I mean, coming from freshly that first season, it's an exchange in this episode between RZA and Devon. I really like, man, but one of the ones that I feel like will pull at your heartstrings in this, even might get you a little emotional. I'm not even gonna front, man, is Ghostface Killer and his brothers, man. Man, I'm telling you, man, little dudes, them, I just love when he around them and they talking about the music and the kung fu. It's a scene in here. I'm not gonna give it away, but one of the brothers are like somewhat rapping or whatnot, man. I love the scene, man. But I'm telling you, it's something happens in this scene or whatnot with Ghostface killing his brothers. I'm not gonna tell you about it, but I'm telling you, it's a good scene and it's an emotional scene. Honestly, I felt like that. My wife felt like that. We was watching it together, and she was in here like about to cry. I'm telling you, man, it's a good scene. It's a really, really good scene. Shout out to the two dudes playing Ghostface Killer's brother, man. The guy with the glasses in the wheelchair and the other guy that's on the breathing thing, man. They are killing it, man. Everybody, like I said in this series, is killing it. But though, it's scenes in this last episode that really hit. They hit, man. It's the scene with Old Dirty Bastard and RZA, and it's the scene with Ghostface killing his brothers and his girl. It's the scene with RZA and his brother. It's the scene with Power and his daddy. It's two scenes with Power and his dad. Like I said, it's some good scenes in this last episode, man. But overall, man, you really see them and the way Wu-Tang said we not gonna be stopped. This episode in particular shows you, like, hey, this is why Wu-Tang is who they are. That's why you always heard the stories of Wu-Tang dealing with certain situations. But in this episode, though, it's a scene in here dealing with the performance, and man, I'm telling you, I believe, and I actually believe this probably happened in real life. I 100% believe this happened because this is Wu-Tang. So woo! I'm probably doing it wrong. I'm probably sitting up here doing it wrong. So like I said, Sue, my bad, man. But anyway, man, like I said, this scene, like I said, this season overall, I love this season because I love the grind. I love to see the process that everybody went to, in particular RZA, just making sure everybody came together. Think about the scene back with the boat when he was trying to get Ghostface and RAEKWON back together. I mean, not back together, but get them on the same page with everything they had dealt with. I love the transition and the process, and then them going into the whole thing with them making the music and RZA making the beats, the process of that. But like I said, coming from the first season, that grind, everything they had to go through, even from the first episode with RZA being locked up or whatnot in Ohio or whatnot, dealing with that situation, and then coming back and trying to go through all the ups and downs and dealing with the studio and the apartment, everything, man. And with all that being said, it's still some shit he got to deal with. This episode ends, I ain't gonna say on the cliffhanger, but it ends on the like, damn. Like, oh shit, like, damn, for real, man. It's not, I ain't gonna say and act like it's, well, it kinda is, but it's not really something big. But it's like, you know, I'm not gonna get nothing away, but I'm saying this episode kind of ends like, wow, no, come on, man. After all that, that's all I'm saying. But this episode really dives into, like I said, just how big and how important of a group Wu-Tang was, because you knew so many members of the group. You know, you have so many groups out here that come out, not, you know what I'm saying, as far as, think about a group that just start off and you can't remember certain members. You like, I don't know that dude, I don't know that person, I don't know that person. But a group like Wu-Tang, like Lala said in that one episode, this is an eight-man superstar group. This is a superstar group. I'm sorry if I said that wrong as far as the count, but I remember her just saying this is a superstar group. And they really make that clear in this episode, where you got labels calling all over trying to get solo deals for them, because, you know, they done signed this record deal with Loud Music or not as a group. But, you know, in the contracts, RZA set up, they can do their own solo deals or whatnot too. So you got Def Jam coming after Method and ODB, and you got every other labels coming after Inspector Deck, you guys, RAEKWON, like everybody, the whole group. People want solo deals with them, and that shows you just the power. Just shows you just why the patience that RZA was trying to do with having everybody on a single together, not just Method Man, not just RAEKWON or ODB. He wanted everybody on a single together because he seen the potential in everybody, and just the process of him going through everything he's doing. Remind you, he producing solo albums because this is the way he had everything set up, man. One thing I really take in this episode, and that I took throughout this season in particular, is the way RZA felt to me. How I seen it is the way RZA really wanted to make sure everybody was good. Besides being in a group, make sure they was good to solo as far as their own personal lives outside of the group. It really feels like to me RZA was really trying to do that for everybody. And like I said, maybe he didn't go about it the right ways, but he really seemed like to me he was genuinely trying to make sure everybody was not only financially stable for a long time, but he was trying to make sure he was going to be able to take care of your kids. You know what I'm saying? That's what I took from this episode too. Not only this episode, but this season. But you see the way he had been through something. You know, the whole "we love you, Raheem." He done went through this stuff. He like, no, I understood. Now I got to make sure we good as far as deals, as far as business wise, the things we doing. I got to make sure now we got the transition. But overall, I really enjoyed this episode, man. I think this was a terrific season. I can't wait for next season. I'm waiting for that announcement, if they ain't already announcement, as far as a WUTANG and American Saga season 3. I enjoyed this season. Like I said, this episode, each episode to me got better and better, man. Like I said, I love the grind and the process. This series overall to me is really motivational for anybody out there that's an entrepreneur, not just rapping and not just rapping wise or just, my bad y'all, my alarm going off. Damn. Not just rapping wise, but what type of business you doing, whether you doing, like I said, what I'm doing, like I said, back then they didn't even have like the as far as technology that we got nowadays, and just doing what they was doing just off the grind that they had and the stuff they had, just going off that momentum. So like I said, it's motivational as far as entrepreneurial spirit and going after a goal that you feel like you really can achieve and feeling like you know you can really do something. Like I said, it is motivational, and that's another reason why I love this series overall. And I'm so glad they are making it as a series and not a movie. We needed it like this to show the whole process of everything they going through. But overall, like I said, I enjoyed this episode. I want y'all to let me know in the comment section, how did y'all enjoy the latest episode of WUTANG, season finale, episode 10, as high as WUTANG could get. How did y'all enjoy the season overall, as far as season 2 of American Saga? Did y'all enjoy the season? Let me know in the comment section, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. This is the road to 400 subs. Shout out to all my subscribers. Shout out to everybody watching my videos. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to let you know when I upload new videos. We out.